Blessings. This is your girl Queen Kenya coming to you live. Um, this YouTube topic is going to be about self-love. I'm going to take my glasses off, which I should have done because I don't like the way the reflection of the light looks on. Anyway, okay, all right. Um, this is my second live that I've done on YouTube, and I'm going to be doing several more. Um, just trying to get my channel up and started, like, you know, how a lot of people do when they're first starting out. So this is what mines look like while I'm first starting out. Like, in a couple of years from now, it'll be way better than this. But, you got to go through the motions, start the process. Got to start somewhere. So here we are, Queen Kenya with you live. And I am the soul inspirationist. I am here to inspire your soul, to inspire you to live your best life according to your higher journey, the way that your soul, your spirit deems it the best for it to be. So, yeah. How do we get there? How do we make sure that we're living our best lives? Well, it starts by tuning in with self, looking within. You can't really be happy, um, have joy within self if you're not happy or have joy about yourself. So, um, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just focusing on self this year, 2020. Get it how you live, honey. This is the year. It's the year of harvest, and it's also the year of 2020 vision. Everybody's saying the vision has to be clear, but this vision that needs to be clear, it's not a sight vision. No, it is an inner sight vision. Have clear vision within self, within your soul, within your spirit. How well can you see yourself within? How well can you feel yourself within? That's what this is all about. 2020 this year is about self-love, self-care, self-alignment. What am I aligning myself with? We need to be aligning ourselves with the universe, with ourselves, to be one, to find that sacred space within your vessel, within your being, to actually accelerate and propel your journey forward. If you feel like you've been stuck and stagnant for a long time, now it's time to find out what's keeping you stuck. A lot of times we like to look at everybody else and look at everything else, but we don't often look at ourselves or look within ourselves. So in 2020, I am encouraging you to look within. Get that 2020 vision going as the inner vision, not just the vision of sight, but the inner vision. You see this right here? All of this, all of that. That's the inner vision. That's the inner vision I want you to see. I want you to see all of that within your own self, of course. Um, if you've never heard of the third eye, now it's time for you to know. If you close your eyes now and you look up and you look in the center, you will begin to see things if you allow yourself to. So many times we're not focused. We don't quiet ourselves in spirit. We don't quiet ourselves in our atmosphere, in our environments. So there's always all this noise all the time. And because there's always this noise all the time, it's hard to really hear ourselves. So I am encouraging you this day to look within self and find out who you really are and love on you. Take that time to get to know who you are, what you like, what you don't like, especially if you're single and not in a relationship right now. Yo, this is the greatest season to focus on you because of how the stars are aligning and because of the universe and how, we're positioned within the universe right now. If you're a single person, give yourself a pat on the back. Not that you probably put yourself in predicament to be single on purpose, um, or even that you want to be single. I'm single and I want to be single though. But some people are single and they don't want to be single. Some people think um, not being in a relationship wears and tears on them and allows them to feel loneliness even more. Well, I'm here to tell you it's time to look at the bright side of being single. And there's so much more to being alone and being by yourself and not in a relationship um, versus being with someone else. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hating. Relationships are great and I love them when I'm in them for the most part. Um, and for those who are striving every day to, perfect their relationships and grow with their partners and love on them and enjoy life. And it's beautiful. Love is beautiful. Partnership in love is beautiful. Relationships are great. However, if you find yourself alone and not in a relationship, let me tell you, honey, 2020 is your year. This is your year that the stars have aligned, the universe is already in motion to present to you the best of the best of you. You will be surprised about how much you can learn about yourself as you're by yourself, how many blessings of prosperity and abundance will flow to you because you're by yourself in this season. Now, when I say this, don't just take it as things are just going to start falling from the sky just because you're by yourself. No. Okay, this is how this works. You acknowledge that you're alone, you're by yourself, you're single. But in this acknowledgement, you also acknowledge that you want to love yourself and know yourself better than you ever have before. So you're taking this season to learn about you. You're taking this season to love on you. And because you're making that commitment and you're doing it knowingly, the universe is conspiring to do everything that it possibly can to help you along this path. That's what the universe does. Whatever energy you give out is what the universe responds to, and it gives it right back to you. So here we are, trotting along in 2020, 21 days in. Now, I should have probably did this yesterday. Nope, everything is as it should be. We're 21 days into 2020, and I am encouraging you to have greater vision, clear 2020 vision for yourself, but inner vision. Look within, see who you truly are. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, there are a lot of things about ourselves that are like fluff, um, that we deny, that's ugly, that we don't accept, that we don't embrace. Um, but maybe it's not really time now for you to see who you really are. There's some attributes and things and characteristics about you that you need to change, that you need to heal from traumatic experiences, maybe some previous relationships, some stuff didn't go right, and you still carrying that dead weight and luggage and stuff with you. You don't want to carry that into your next relationship. So, with that being said, it's time for you to look within and find out who you really are. What do you like? What's your sign? Like, I know a lot of people aren't into astrology, but I am. So, having a natal chart, knowing your sun sign, your moon sign, all of that is important. Like, if you weren't never like interested in it before, you might want to get interested in it in 2020. Why? Because I'm telling you, the universe has already aligned itself to work in your favor. So, why not? Out of all the other years of your life, this just so happened to be the year that you are single, not in a relationship, and you can focus on yourself. But because you acknowledge the fact that you want to do that and you're making the steps to do that, the universe is going to help you in so many ways. Okay, step one: what can I do to show forth interest in self? Take time to sit alone at least 30 minutes a day. At least. That is the minimum. If you can't sit with yourself for 30 minutes, something is not right. Okay, so at least sit with yourself for 30 minutes. Number two, journal. Write some love letters to yourself. Let yourself know what things that you are grateful for about you, maybe some accomplishments that you have made. What are you proud of yourself about? Um, not only accomplishments, but just love on yourself. Just write yourself a love letter. Like, have you ever written yourself a love letter? It's really invigorating. It's really helpful. And so a lot of times, we are often looking for others to give us a pat on the back or to compliment us or, to encourage us when all the while we could do it ourselves. It's always nice when somebody else does it, and you should always embrace it when they do and accept it. But it's better sometimes for you to actually acknowledge when you have done some great things and love on yourself for those things, you know, just from day to day. If you have a really horrible day and you make it through that day, write yourself a love letter. I'm so proud of you. You made it through the day. You didn't go off on so and so at the office. You drove home without cussing people out, having like anything. And it doesn't have to be a 4 or 5 page letter. It could be a post-it, it can be, a memo pad, or it could be a letter. But, it could be a note or it could be a letter. Whatever you choose. You can start off writing notes, little memos, and that will lead into letters. But the bottom line is to love on yourself through some words. Write yourself a letter. Okay, all that talking, I forget where I was. I think I'm on number 3. Okay, so I'm not going to even try to recall my list because I didn't write this down. I'm just going at it off the top of my dome. Imagine that. So, self love, self care. You spending time with yourself at least 30 minutes a day. You writing yourself love letters. And then you are treating yourself to some things that you like to do. So, if you don't know what you like to do already, honey, it's time for you to find out what you like to do. Take that time within your 30 minutes alone and write some stuff down of what you really like to do. Um, and then use that list to help you along in this process. So start treating yourself. Take long walks in nature if that's something you like to do. Take some long baths. Buy yourself some roses, run a bath water, some bubble bath, put the roses in the bubble bath, light some candles. You don't have to be in a relationship for this to be done for you. You can do it for yourself. It's called self love. Um, Take yourself out on a date. Go see a movie that you've been wanting to see for a long time. Go get a drink, have a cigar. I love cigars, so um, I frequent cigar bars every now and then, but I love cigars. So if you're that kind of girl, like me, or guy, then you'll be going to the cigar bars. But anyway, and this I share. I am a woman, but I am so into the balance of feminine and masculine energy. So you can be a man or a woman hearing these things and apply it to your life. It's unisex. So, where was I at? Oh, do something nice for yourself. Now, here comes the hard part. If you've already taken the 30 minutes for yourself and you're really finding out about, more about yourself, what you like, what you don't like, what you want, what your aspirations, desires, and goals are, all that good jazz. Um, After you've gone through all that, it probably take you a couple of days to get through that if you're actually being consistent with doing that. You can call it journaling. So let's say within your 30 minutes of time to yourself, you might journal for like 10 minutes or what have you. Um, and I said 30 minutes minimum, but you should actually be spending more time with yourself than that. In your journaling, you might do that within that time, but if not, outside of that time. So I'm just going to say journaling is also something else that you can add to this list. So where were you at for? 30 minutes at least by yourself. Doing something nice for yourself. Writing yourself a love letter. I'm not going to keep trying to recall these off the top of my dome. Okay, journaling. And then journaling. So, in journaling, you might want to dig deep. You might want to start writing about some things. If you're single and you just recently got out of a relationship, what's the lesson? What was that lesson within that relationship? You have to be able to acknowledge and admit what you did, whether it was good or bad within the relationship. And everybody's not perfect. So you did something. So acknowledge the pieces that you brought to the table that, made the relationship have some dysfunctionality within it. What did you enable? What did you embrace? What did you dish out? Whatever, what have you. What were the pros and cons? Like, you really got to be honest with yourself. You really have to basically put the mirror in your face on this, and this is the good, bad, and the ugly. So after you find out the stuff that you like, you got to start digging deep within to figure out the things about yourself that you probably don't like. Finding out things that you like is probably more external, but I'm asking you to dig internally to find out things about you. So that's where the journaling comes in. And you can start, journaling can be like three, I ain't gonna say threefold, but like, I'm getting cold, so I have to cover up. Um, it can be, on different things. So one day you might be journaling about, the things that you like. The next day, the things that you don't like, literally, externally. And then another day, you might journal about the things within your relationship. What role you played, what went wrong, how you felt about what went wrong. Just write your feelings out, just writing. There's so much that can come from just writing. So you figure out, from day to day, what role the writing is going to play in your life as far as the self-care and self-love, because there's so much. Just keep a journal and journal. Write how you feel. Write what your goals and aspirations are. Write affirmations to yourself. There's so much that you can do. um, I journal not every day, but almost every day, just to remind myself of what my desires, goals, affirmations are. Sometimes I'm just writing little notes to myself. I am love. I am peace. I am wealthy because I am, externally and internally. So, I love to speak those things as though they are, because they are to me. And I embrace who I am in every aspect of the way. So I embrace the fact that I've been broken before. And so I could say, I've been broken, but I'm healing and becoming a whole person. Not all the way there yet, but I'm getting there. So I can embrace that about myself as well. So journaling. And then we have, what more is there? The desire to know self on a greater scale. After you have spent time, after you have journaled, after you have wrote letters and done nice things for yourself, there's always that greater, higher power, if you believe. And um, life beyond self, your purpose for being. Why are you here? Why do you exist? To find fulfillment in your journey, in your life path. And where might you get that guidance from? Whether it be your ancestors, spirit guides, um, intuitive spiritual advisors, whatever. Me, I don't know. Um, if you find me by happenstance on YouTube, like you come across my YouTube channel and you actually watch this, thank you. I appreciate you. I also thank the universe for leading you to me. Do not be dismayed and do not be discouraged. You have found someone who is uniquely fashioned in a way to speak to your soul. That's why I call myself the soul spirationist. So, Queen Kenya here, and I've done a little bit to tell you about self love and self care today. Some of the things that you can do for yourself, the greater attributes of self love and looking within. And remember, when we're looking within in 2020 vision, with this 2020 vision in 2020, it's not just externally, it's internally, because we really want to see what's going on. So, with that being said, I think I did pretty good for this YouTube live. Growing into getting likes and subscriptions and all of that good jazz. I got to be more consistent with actually being on here for it to happen. I know. But I'm excited. The journey has begun, and I am going to do all that I can to be on my path of growth, of love, self love, and self care, and to share my gift with the world on this platform to encourage your soul, because that's what the soul spirationist does. Okay, so I'm not going to actually recount everything, but I want you, maybe I will if I could remember, but I want you to take heed to what I've said. I send love to you. I send healing vibrations to you. I send um, acknowledgement vibes to you. I want you to be able to acknowledge yourself. In 2020, if nobody else acknowledges you, I want you to acknowledge yourself. See who you really are. Give yourself a pat on the back for the accomplishments that you have made. Encourage and motivate yourself to make the strides that you aspire to take. And if nobody has told you today that they love you, I love you. Take the time out for self. Love on you. Girlfriend, you need it. Honey child, you need it. Boyfriend, you need it. Like, look, I'm just saying, I'm being silly right now, but I'm being for real, for real. Kings and queens, especially those of you who look like me. If you're brown and you're melanated, you need to love on yourself. It's so much hatred out here in this world already. We have to go through so many different things already. So, what better way to equip ourselves for our journey in life other than to begin with self? Give ourselves the love that we truly need, that we truly desire, that we truly deserve, Because if nobody ever told you before, you deserve to be loved. Now, what your definition of what love really is, that might be something that you want to write down and journal about too. What do you think love is? How do you see love? Do you even know how to begin to love yourself? Love has so many different meanings because people perceive it to be different things. There are many facets to what love may be. So get that understanding and understand what love is for you. Now, to me, when I talk about self love and self care, I'm essentially saying nurturing. If I'm going to show myself self love, I'm going to nurture myself. I'm going to do things that encourage me, do things that are healthy for me. I'm going to eat well, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to do things that I enjoy doing. I'm going to research and learn some things to greater my journey in this walk of life. How can I be of assistance to myself first and then serve others as well? Because life is all about passing in this life and serving others. We're just passing through, literally. So, for those of you who do not know who I am, let me introduce myself. My name is Queen Kenya, and I hail from New Orleans, Louisiana. That's where I was born. I now reside in ATL, and I am looking forward to going somewhere else. Everybody and their mama moving down here to Atlanta. It's crazy. I've been here for a very long time, and I'm not gonna tell you how long. Because if I tell you how long, I'm gonna tell you my age. But anyway, so I've been here for a long time, and I'm just ready to go wherever the universe wants me to go and flow with. And I love to travel the places within this nation we call America. I've traveled this country enough. I've seen enough of it. So I'm ready to really go outside of the country now. Um, yeah, pretty much that's it. And I love myself. It's been a long journey, it's been a long time coming. And I really thought I loved myself a while ago, but I'm realizing that I didn't love myself the way I needed to love myself. Sometimes we find ourselves in situationships, in relationships, in predicaments that show us who we really are. And sometimes we're broken. Sometimes we're overwhelmed. Sometimes we're arrogant. Sometimes we're prideful. Sometimes we're mean and nasty. Sometimes we're loving and nurturing. Whatever the case may be, you have to acknowledge what that is, especially if it's a characteristic of yours, and embrace yourself. And don't live in denial. Like, I'm a firm believer of seeing the good, bad, and the ugly. And once you put that mirror in front of your face and you begin to accept you for who you truly are and you work to perfect yourself, people think that perfection is non existent when it comes to us being perfect. But I believe if someone works toward those attributes every single day, they can become better and better every day, eventually becoming perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? So they tell us. But we could try our very, very, very best to be that for ourselves and for those whom we will and shall serve in this life. And there's no better way than to, show forth self love than by first acknowledging everything within ourselves. The journey begins within you. One of my favorite Michael Jackson songs is Looking at the Man in the Mirror. Like, people don't realize how prevalent, even in this day and age, that song really is. It's like so important. If you really want to change the world, you have to start with the one that's in the mirror. Really. So that's why you got to put that mirror there and see your reflection and look for the good, the bad, the ugly, embrace it and say, all right, I'm ready to take this on and embrace this part of your journey. And remember, I told you 2020 is the year. If you have never done it before, this year right here, 2020, is the year to embrace your singleness, to embrace yourself, to look into greater love for yourself, to heal from past traumas, to gain greater understanding and awareness about yourself, maybe the history of you. If you are into astronomy, astrology, alchemy, physics, excuse me. If you're into all of those things, which I have found myself a lot into lately, then having a greater understanding of self is only the beginning of being able to ascend higher in this life. So the journey truly begins with you. And there are so many paths that is often pushed upon us to take. But there's only one path that leads you to your destination. There's many different roads you can take, but there's one path. And all those roads make that path. Just make sure you're taking the right roads. So, with that being said, I'm really cold. I gotta go turn on my heat. Um, this is your girl Queen Kenya coming to you live. 20 days, not 20, 21 days into 2020. And I'm ready for this year. Are you? We're already. Are you single? Are you alone? Are you not in a relationship? Okay. Then you have found this, not by coincidence, but purposely. It's time for you to embrace yourself and provide self love, self care, and look within and see your true self for who you really are. Listen to yourself, talk to yourself, understand yourself, allow yourself to be healed so that you can be completely whole before entering into another relationship. And if you found this video and you're already in a relationship, you can still embrace yourself and love on you and have that self care that you so desire for yourself. Becoming a better you will only add to your relationship, especially if you're encouraging your partner to do the same, to spend time, with themselves. And as you spend time by yourself, and then you come back together and then maybe share some things, share what you learned. Being able to communicate is a wonderful, beautiful thing in relationships. And so taking that time apart and then being able to come back together and communicate your findings and share, it's really important in relationships. So this is your girl, Queen Kenya. I am on IG platform. You can follow me at Royal Queen Kenya and also Queen Kenya Author. Bye. I have books and calendars that I'm selling. I'm going to write a book soon about, well, it's a book that I've done. I'm a creative writer on, it's a compilation of stories that I put together, short stories. And the book is going to be called Journeys. And it's a compilation of those short stories all together. So with these books that I write, though, I do want to still inspire the soul in any way possible, whether it is entertaining you or actually being more of a self-help to you, whatever the case may be. I do want to inspire your soul in every way. So that's why I call myself the soul inspirationist, because I'm really wanting to inspire your soul. So thank you for your time. Thank you, YouTube, for this platform. And as time goes by, I am more than sure that my audience will grow and that this will lead to a greater avenue for me to share my gifts and share my enlightenment with the world. And I am so looking forward to it. This is like me so stepping out of my comfort zone. Like, I love to talk, um, but this whole social media thing and getting on camera and going live and all that good stuff, sometimes it's beyond me. I'd rather sit in my little room like a hermit by myself, um, just chilling. So, this whole self love journey, it's not easy. I've learned to love myself so much more than what I did like 10 years ago. Oh my God. I can laugh about it now so seriously, but I love me. And loving you, I keep trying to stop, but you see, I'm still talking. Okay, I'm gonna hurry up and wrap this up quick. Loving you does not mean that you just put up with anything. Like, sisters, let me tell you, and brothers, you too, you don't have to settle for anything. You don't have to just put up with people and their nastiness just because you're alone, just because you want to be entertained, or just because you're feeling lonely and you want your fancy tickled. Like, look, don't do that. It just wastes your time. So, if you really, somebody's just lingering around just because, they might be mooching off of you for real, for real. They might be a leech and only coming around because of what you can offer them, whether it's monetary or not. Your time, your energy, you're sacred. The gift of you is sacred. For anyone to offer you their time and their presence, that's sacred. It's a gift. Even me being here online right now, um, it's an offering of my time. It's an offering of myself. I'm giving myself to you through this portal, and that's a gift. I don't have to do this. Um, Although it does benefit me and it does benefit you, I wouldn't have it any other way, because I know this is the call upon my life. I know this is the path that I must take in order to journey where I'm going. This is part of the process. So I embrace it. I'm excited about it. And even though it has begun and it looks like this, by the time I get to the far end of it, it will be much more greater and better. I can only imagine it even now. So as I see it, I speak it, and I believe it. And you know what's going to happen? Because I've seen it, I spoke it, and I believe it, it's going to manifest. That's how manifestations work. And I'm so glad about that. I am here for those who are prepared to embrace themselves along their self journey. Meditation is always good within that time of spending time alone. I said at least 30 minutes a day, right? Minimal. You might want to do an hour or two, tag that time into your exercising, gym routines, or what have you. But make sure that if you do pray, that you pray. If you meditate, that you meditate daily. That you set that time aside to do those things. Also, yoga is very helpful in a season of self care and self love, because it helps you to focus more on the inner spirit and what's going on within the aspect of inner alignment alignment and just focus. So, you know, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy and I'm overjoyed about my journey in self love and self care. And I'm sharing it with you. So, this is the thing. Like I said, 2020 is the year. Don't let anybody fool you. This is the greatest year of all. It's really special. It's special. Why? Because you're in it. Yes. And the universe has aligned itself to propel you and accelerate you forward into abundance and prosperity, into healing, into wholeness. For it's for the taking. If you want it, you can have it. You just have to begin the process. Okay. So I'm here. This is me. And I will be coming forth more with more videos just like this. Candid conversation with Queen Kenya. Soul Inspirations. Um, that's my tag. I don't know, what else to call it, but it is what it is. So I'll be here posting and relating with the audience as I get connections with new people and operating in my gift because that's what I was put here to do. So this is the beginning of something great and I'm excited about it. And I welcome you all to my world as you welcome me into your world. And hopefully, together, we can make a great world together. It's like many worlds, multiple realities going on right here. You'll catch that one later. It might have went over your head, but really, it's a lot of multiple realities going on in life in general. So it's time for us to become and look at it for us and what that looks like for us individually and collectively. So, yeah, we'll be talking about a lot of different things and topics on my channel. Today, the focus is self care, self love in 2020, inner vision. But as I post, and I will start posting more regularly, the topics will range. Um, I think I'm going to start talking more about spirituality, how I got into it as a child. Um, Maybe I should say religion versus spirituality, a foundation of faith, and then where I found myself at today. Like, yeah, that would be a good one. I think I'm gonna do that one next. That's gonna be the next video that I'm gonna do. Yeah, candid conversation with Queen Kenya about her foundation of spirituality, religion, and faith. Yeah, that's where we're gonna go next. May the force be with me as we go into that. All right, guys. It's been fun and real, and I have enjoyed you. I hope you have gotten a lot to feed your soul today about soul inspirations from the soul inspirationist, Queen Kenya. I hope I have inspired your soul today to know that you are loved in the universe. Like I said, it's just waiting for you to align yourself in 2020 to catch the wave and ride it. It's time for you to love on self, to love you for who you are, to get to know more about yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Acknowledge it, and then make the steps that you need to make, or take the steps that you need to take to progress and make yourself better. Because we all want to be better people, right? Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I'm signing off now. Ah, it was already 44:44. Now, see, I wasn't looking at the time, but I seen that angel number 4444. And I was just about to click that button, but it went to 4445. Now I gotta wait again. I'm just playing. I can be like that sometimes. Sorry, y'all. All right. Oh, by the way, intuitively, I am intuitive. I see things, I hear things, I know things. So I will be doing readings too. And what kind of readings do you ask? Card readings, people to people readings, things like that. Eventually, as I'm led, because my spirit guides lead me, the ancestors are around us all the time. Yes. Ashe to my brothers and sisters. Blessings, peace, love, prosperity to all you kings and queens out there. To all my melanated people, stay up, be easy, live life to the fullest. Go hug somebody today. Go hug a tree. People always forget about the trees. Hug a tree before we don't have no trees left to hug, for real, for real. Trees have so many great vibrations in them, and don't just take from them and not get back. So yeah, hug a tree. Anyways, I'm out now. Peace, love, light, blessings. Till next time, I will see you guys. And I have to find out where to end this. Ugh, gotta put my glasses on so I can see. Tell me I'm new at this. I gotta get it together. So yeah. Now I see I can take my glasses back off. Peace, love, and light, y'all. I'm out.